Hey folks, Papa Boris here, playing some more Slice and Dice. We've done all these except for Backstab, and this one is a good one. This is one of my favorite curses in the game. It's pretty rare, so I'm really excited it came up. And if I lose with it, that's good, because it means I get to play again with it later. It's turned into one of my most hated curses into one of my favorites. So let's go ahead and just start this, and we'll talk about what's happening with this curse. This is one of those cursed item curses, which means that what it's doing is it's giving you a cursed item. It's the entirety of the curse. The game is the same. You just have this cursed item. It has to be equipped to somebody. And what it does is it replaces all their middle sides, so everything but the left side and the edge, with these backstab sides. And the way it works is that you have to do 4 damage to an ally. You cannot choose to not use this die. You cannot do it to yourself. And this has stasis, so replacement effects don't actually work. And the first time I saw it, I was like, how the hell is this a tier 4 curse? It seems absolutely insane. But actually, this isn't as bad as it looks. As I like to say, if there's one of 2 sides that you're trying to get, you have 19 out of 27 chance of getting it. So most of the time, as long as you are skilled enough to pay attention and remember which hero has this, if you stop rolling, once you get one of the sides that's not covered up, which is a little tricky. You gotta remember to not re-roll the blank for the hero that you put this on. Most of the time it doesn't actually do anything except to wipe out, most of one of your hero's sides. And then you're playing on normal difficulty besides that. In addition, there is a tier 5 item, unless it changed in the patch, called Stasis, that just makes all your sides unchangeable. So if you equip that first and then you equip this second, it doesn't actually do anything. That is pretty rare. The main way that you deal with this is by hard rolling for the Knight. Now the Knight has the parry skill, and this can actually be used for parry. So it turns one of your characters into a parry bot. And other than that, it's normal difficulty. And of course, we know with my luck, that means we're never gonna get the Knight, but hopefully we get a little bit lucky this time. The question is, who needs to be the backstabber? We can put it on the clumsy, just gotta remember not to re-roll if we get this cantrip, or we can put it on the lazy, because all we're missing then is the 3 shield. We'll do that. We'll leave the clumsy the way it is. And so I have to remember if the lazy rolls a blank to leave that alone, because that's actually a good outcome. Okay, I'll keep that damage. We'll keep this mana. I'll wait for damage from you. Okay, we are losing our 19 out of 27 odds here. Oh, okay, there's the blank. Whew, okay. So now can we save our dear friend, the Initiate? Who's killing the Initiate? You are? All right, you are dead. So now we'll go for the Initiate because the Initiate has the least HP. The Lazy also has the least HP, but the Lazy dies. It's not the end of the world. Lazy's mostly a non-contributor in these battles. Okay, don't re-roll this blank because it's a backstabber. Aren't we having fun already? All right, so the Initiate, we'll just keep that. That's the best thing you've got. That's the best thing you've got. Well, that's actually not this is the best thing you've got, but this is pretty good. So what we'll do here is we'll obviously do that, save the clumsy, heal the Initiate. I could gather, but there's only 1 blank, so we'll just blast the rat. Maybe I should have put the shield on the Initiate since I ended up killing the rat. Didn't count that very well. Okay, don't re-roll that. See, it's easy once you know how it's done. You can't stop now, it's already begun. Okay, so now we only have 1 blank. Hold up, is there a way I can change the order? Yes, there is. Okay, we have a chest here, another cursed item, or this is not a cursed item, it's a curse. You know what? I'm feeling frisky. We're doing backstab. Let's go crazy times. What do we got here? Bold, this does not work. Revert all changes to the middle because the middle now has stasis. What do we got here? It does have some synergy later. We got this thing, which we've seen before, and then that thing, which is actually fine. 1 max stored mana for an item slot is pretty good. What are you here? Upon death, summon 2 wolves. Oh my god. All right, we do get a cursed item. Okay, so we're gonna put it on someone who we don't want dying. I guess the defender. This is actually very backbreaking. If the character dies, then you get 2 wolves? That's horrible, and you lose an item slot. Jesus crickety Christ. Okay, this does nothing at the moment. This is just whatever. And then, yeah, because these have stasis, you can't revert the changes. So what I could do is something like this, and then this. It's a little weird. For this fight, we'll just do that. That's fine. It'll kill the archers and the bees. I think that's okay for now. All right, so don't take any grays. And here, I'm just gonna take the Ranger because it's damage. Fiend is sort of a whatever. We'll take the Ranger, and that doesn't mean that kind of ruins my plan here, but we'll put this on the Defender. This will one-shot the bees and the Archer. And then this Yeah, that doesn't do anything, and that doesn't do anything. Okay, moving on then. So for the defender, we are hard rolling for the one-shots on the archers. Yeah, that was definitely not worth the trade. If I knew that was coming, I would definitely not have chosen that course of action. I don't think I've ever even seen that item before. Okay, we are stabbing somebody. So what I'm gonna do here is kill that archer and this archer. And the reason for that is that now we can kill this bee and the goblin flees. That would normally be difficult to do because the archers are hiding in the back, but because they weren't, or because I could kill the archers with my rangers, my ranged characters, that ended up looking easier than it really is. All right, we got the tattered robes, which can be good. And then replacing blanks with heals, that's also acceptable. Do I want the tattered robes? There are some characters that have like 2 blank right sides. The problem is this also cancels the middle. I think I'm gonna take a random tier 1. There's better stuff than this. And there's also worse stuff than this. So yeah, there's that. There is. Man, maybe I should have taken one of them because they added something to the right side and I could have done the growth on the right side thing. Oh God, did I forget to, I should have remembered to take that off. Oopsie. All right, let's do that. That's fine. And we're just gonna try to make you not hurt people. Oh boy, 19 out of 27, fails every time, am I right? Okay, so we'll hit the ranger because the ranger is the most HP. And we're gonna pass there. Kidoke, we need to kill the wolf and 1 goblin. All right, we've got 2 people threatened with death. Lazy, rolls his best side. Thank you very much. Everyone's damage. This is just 2 damage. So that's fine, though. We're going to keep that. We'll try to find a way to make it work. And the Mystic, just get something productive. Thank you. Okay, so what we do is we hit the wolf, then we shoot the wolf, then we hit the goblin and burst the goblin. There we go. Everyone's fine. Knight, please? No knight. All right, so there is the soldier, which is a good class. I really do like the evoker, though. I'm just going to take the evoker. 10 HP. And... you know, a really good spell. Lets you hit enemies that might be hard to hit. I would have put the tattered robes on here. That might cost me the game, the tattered robes, because I could have actually like made this back to 2 mana or made the one on the right side be a growth. So yeah, I'm really hating that random pick. Okay, so here the thing that I think we want to do is actually try to kill this wolf, because as much as you want to kill the alpha to not get those summons, the problem is that drop is one of my best ways of killing the alpha, and I can't drop the alpha if the wolf is there. Now, as it happens, the alpha is not summoning here. The defender is a very high priority target to save because the defender summons 2 wolves if he dies. Oh God, I'm just gonna roll better to try to get a bigger shield. Okay, I actually got pretty lucky and rolled 2 bests here. So we're gonna do that. And the alpha's already damaged, so we'll just do 2 damage there. Heal you, and then drop you. And I could drop again, but there's no rush. We'll just wait and see what happens. Probably just gonna be dropping on the alpha though. So I need 4 other damage. There's 2. There's 1. Fine. Aha. The lazy showed up, but I didn't actually need it because that's enough. And then this was also enough, even without the lazy. All right, we got these. These do have some synergy if you get the thing like replace just the pips. Otherwise, it's not that amazing. I can put it on the evoker because the top and bottom are blank. This is not that great. Okay, we'll take the rejuvenation wand. It has some synergy later, and it has some value now. All right, we have an interesting one. If we can overkill the shade, then the bandit flees. And this is actually the way that we'd be doing it. Actually, this is actually also really good. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna do as much damage as possible to the shade, which means we drop on it. So next turn, either this from the lazy or enough mana for another drop will be sufficient to make the bandit flee. So I need 2 mana from my good buddy the evoker, or 1 and 1 from the mystic, and then we can drop the shade and the bandit flees. Or at this point we can also just kill the bandit manually at this point too. Okay, well, that's 2 damage. This is not necessary because the shade will definitely die. So we'll still try to get the 2 mana. We didn't get there, but that's okay because we can show that everything's fine regardless. We can kill the shade, And now everything's just fine. I think more precisely it's something like this, and then you might even flee actually at 2 because the Evoker has 11 health. Yeah, you're gonna run like a bitch. All right, so now we have 2 goblins and the War Chief. Okay, can't take the Warden, can't do random because we have to do, with the hard roll for the Knight, so we do Collector. It is a little bit annoying how frequently I am hard rolling for a class and do not get it. So what do I put this on? I think I'll put it on the Collector, much as that kind of sucks. Because you have 2 usable sides, so I just need to remember yellow is the one that whenever I roll something that isn't bad, I need to make sure to keep it. Okay, so there we go, that's a good one, and that saves the Mystic. We'll roll for the Ranger's big thing. Okay, now we will not. The Evoker got the best side, that's terrific. Okay, so what we can do is this, and we can drop kill the Goblin. And then we are, I mean, we're hop, skip, and a jump away from ending this fight. Just 3 more damage, and this is over. 2 mana, 2 damage. I mean, just anything. Okay, there it is. There's a bajillion different ways to do this. Okay, we got heat. I do like heat. This is a weird one. I could get a random. We'll take the heat spell. It does mean that later on, if I get somebody like, well, not the knight. But it's some other, I don't think any gray characters, anyone other than gray characters gets a shield all. Yeah, the likelihood that I'm just gonna have free shields floating around is pretty small because gray characters are the main ones to have like shield cleaves or shield all effects. But there is an item that grants shield all, like it replaces the middle and makes it shield all. I could stick it on my red. Anyway, that wasn't that great, but I just didn't want random tier 1 items. Maybe if I could have gotten a random tier 3 item, that would have been a different story. Okay, nobody's dying, which is good, although there is some pretty serious poison going around here. This is, it'll kill something, and I'm good with it. Okay, a mana, I accept this. So what we do here is we pick somebody to kill. I think it's gonna be a snake. The question is top snake or not, and I think the answer is not the top snake because I want this snake to be droppable on, and that may be challenging. Like if I kill this snake and have the blind be the droppable on, I might not care as much about stopping this as I do about stopping some poison. All right, do I roll for something better? No one's damaged here. I think that probably would make sense. Okay, you got your good side, and I'll just keep that. So what we do now is we heal and save the Mystic. We can now drop kill that snake. And then we're gonna go on this snake and actually stop the 2 poison. So at this point, all I have to do is just save the Mystic and the Ranger from this cleave attack and the blind will flee, or I get 3 mana and the blind will get dropped. All right, we are getting staboed. Okay, this might be a little tricky. Okay, I can't shoot. Can I hit somebody? Yeah, I can hit the Evoker. So you're gonna AoE, no one dies, and then you run. Great. Knight, please. Oh my God, thank God. Oh, Jesus Christ, thank God. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make the Knight himself the parry bot, because all I'm really missing is this, which is often used for parry anyway, and a shield, which is, you know, not nothing, but, you know, it exposes all these wonderful sides of the Collector. This doesn't do anything, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't want to replace the Ranger's attacks with that. So, well, I mean, there are these gnolls, and if I damage them once, then this will kill them. But the problem is that on the Collector, it means everything just turns into that, and it's not really helpful for killing the sarcophagus. Now, what I could do is I could put the backstab on that and put this on the Knight. So you can be the parry bot for 1 fight, and then you can kill the gnolls off. The problem is, how do you do that starting damage to the gnoll? It's actually a little tricky because the main way to do it is to hit him with the Collector. But this doesn't do damage initially. Yeah, I think we'll just keep this off. And we're gonna make you a parry bot, and we're not gonna deal with that. Oh yeah, someone needs to also have that wolf thing. Oh, hang on a minute. We could do some weird thing like this. So you keep some damage, but then the rest of your stuff is this. All right, you know what? It's stupid, which is why I'm gonna do it. All right, so I'm not concerned about getting the sarcophagus as treasure. If the sarcophagus wants to flee, it's fine. It's kind of annoying they got one of the 2 summons. So this is not good. This is good later, but it's not good for killing the gnolls. I really want to kill the gnolls. And then we'll see about killing the sarcophagus. I actually don't mind rolling this because this is a parry. It's actually better than a blank. So what we do is we one-shot that gnoll. Hold up. We one-shot this gnoll, and I gotta think because I could actually drop kill that one. So maybe I will be a little frisky. Maybe we are going to let that gnoll go sleepy. It sucks that this sarcophagus did spiders, but I mean, it seems good to keep my options open. Okay, this kills a spider or a gnoll. This is parry, which is fine. That's 2 mana, that's one of your best things. This, 2 damage is fine, and then that's fine. Okay, so what we can do now is we can kill a spider like that. We can burst kill a spider here. It's not going great. It's not looking likely I'm gonna do 14 damage and then also get through 2 individual things. And of course, before you flee, you're gonna summon 2 spiders because you're a dick. All right, this will kill the gnoll. This is a parry, fine. I don't need the healing wand. We'll just do that. So now, do I drop kill the gnoll? No, I don't want to drop kill the gnoll because I want my mana left for next time. What is this? Yeah, I'll get an extra reroll, fine. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, because I get an extra mana, but it really doesn't make any difference. Bursting doesn't make any difference there. I'm just gonna parry to not waste it, or to not backstab. Okay, so yeah, this is over. I didn't get the treasure, I'm fine with that. This is a boss fight. This is the turn 8 boss fight. I'm completely fine with not getting the treasure on it. It's really not that big of a deal. Is this enough to kill? What do we got here? Drop. Yes, it's enough to kill. We get a chest, a random cursed item. You know, I got enough cursed items, thank you. All right, we got the short sword and life bolt. After an ability used, heal 1, replace 2 right sides with a sword. That does have some synergy. I'm gonna take this. What this can let you do is put like this on someone and then give them this arrow. So this character that previously didn't have much here now can assassinate things with 1 HP, which is really good with the ranger because the ranger can get these snipers down to 1 or to 2. And then they can be assassinated. And in fact, this would have been good to add, but I can't. However, that's good. And we can take that off. Okay, yep, I am fine with this. Very well, so here our primary goals are kill the sniper by assassination and also take out the shade. Okay, there we go, sniper's dead. Mystic is protected. I want you to do more than 1 damage to the shade. If you could do that would be good. Nope, okay, just 1 then. Very well. So we're gonna do this and then that. Then we're gonna parry save the Mystic. Hold up, there's a little bit of a thing here. The parry uses that and then this, so I need to shoot that first because it goes top to bottom, then save the Mystic. There we go. With the heat spell, by the way, it's not too bad. Since I have parry pretty much every turn, there will be somebody with a shield. So 3 mana, cleanse 3. It's not amazing, but neither is it the worst, you know? If I could do 2 damage to the shade, I can now assassinate it. Oh my god, you were just determined to never roll one of your 2 damage sides. I'm gonna hard roll for it and I'm not gonna get it. No, 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 there we go, burst. There we go, burst saves the day. And now we're gonna do that and that. And I think we're pretty good here. I don't think they're gonna run from this, but they are beat up. They are pretty badly off. We do not have any problems. Brep-a-dee-doo-doo and blibbity-blue-blue. Okay, we got an Herbalist and a Fae, 2 of my favorite red classes. I do love them both. So the question is, which one do I want? This is kind of interesting. Goes great with the Ranger, and it is gonna grow every time I use it. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I do love the Herbalist, don't get me wrong. But one thing that's nice about this in particular is that I can put these on to replace the daggers in fights where I think the weakening is not useful. Now in this case, the weakening is really useful against these carriers. It can counter the poisons, which would otherwise be problematic, but in other fights, that might not be the case. And actually, I'm gonna just do this. I think 2 damage is just better than a 1 damage cleave or a 1 damage double if you, whatever, target the previous crap. So we'll just do that. Okay. So my main goal here is to kill the bones and just survive the carriers and see if I can let the carriers kill themselves. 4 damage because you're on Death Wish is nice. I could keep this and hope that I get a buff. We'll roll. Okay, now we're not gonna roll. And I will keep this actually to counter some of the poison because there's a lot coming at me. So can I kill one? No, I can't really kill them. But all right, we'll drop, kill that bones. We're gonna hit the top carrier because the top one is the one that I can drop kill easily. We're gonna counter some of the poison coming out the collector and parry on the collector. Next turn we'll be parrying on the evoker most likely. So now my goals are if I get the spray, I can just kill that carrier and cancel them. These two are doing attacks that are not poison, though it is kind of hurting the ranger a fair bit. But I may still be able to kill them. This will one-shot a bones. I guess that's fine. And actually, I want the, oh god, then I got a blank. Damn it. Okay, I would have not minded, actually, getting one of my backstab sides. Okay, can I afford to do this? Oh, that actually saves the knight, which is good. The problem is, okay, this saves the evoker, but now I really do need to save the ranger. And it's not impossible. Let's do this to stop 2 poison from coming on the evoker. And I'm not a fan of this. I hate the fact I don't have a parry here. It really sucks that I have to do this to brute force save the ranger, but at least the ranger's not poisoned. So if these guys don't target the ranger can live. And indeed, they do not target the rangers. So now we need to kill these guys. That's your best, that's your best. Well, actually, is this your best? If I buff one of your sprays, well, 2 is your floor. Well, no, you could get that 1 that duplicates. Fine, I'm gonna try to get a spray. The spray is good here because with a drop, oh, well, that was gonna die anyways, but yeah, it made sense. It definitely did not make sense. All heroes at Enduring and Evil. Oh, what is this? Keywords remain when the side is replaced, but if this saves a hero, I die. Oh, well, hang on a minute. That's not necessarily a bad thing if this saves a hero. If you kill an enemy that's going to kill your friend and that causes you to save them, does that count as being evil? Does that count as saving? Enduring. Keywords remain when side is replaced. There is some really strong synergy potential there. Death Wish ×2 if I'm dying. So, like, I could maybe make that a... You know, I don't have any, well, I'm just not gonna take it. I don't think I have anything at the moment. I don't want to risk it. Okay, we got overpowered Glyph of Purity. The main problem is that I lose access to like the grays, like the bard having a shield all, cleanse all, but there are reds that have good synergy with it. There are like heal alls up at the top. So I think I just got to take this. What is this? This is also very strong. Mana gains science to 2 because that goes really well with the sorcerer. But I think that there are other ways to buff the sorcerer, and there's nothing else that does what this does. In fact, I can actually put it on right now. It's not amazing, but I can do it. I can actually do this. Now that gives me a cleanse 10 on a character who normally wants to be doing mana. But I think it's worth it. Okay, so here, I don't think I want to replace my dagger because these are all kind of high HP enemies. Do I have a way of doing 4 damage? It's not easy. There's this thing. There's this if you're dying. And with a buff, there's no 3s. Yeah, it's a little tough. Now, what I could do is I could make you be the parry bot. And then you now have a 3 that can be buffed to a 4. I think it's actually worth doing. I don't think this is worth putting on. Yes, we're going to try that approach. Knights are also very good against militias. 2 parries will make a militia run. So if we have the flexibility to do that. Okay, this kills a zombie, so let's do that. This counters poison. Let's do that. This is a parry. If you could just roll one of your backstabs, actually. Yeah, thank you, appreciate. That's great, because now you can make the militia run. So the way it works is we one-shot this zombie. Then we parry on the knight twice. We make that run. We do this to counter the poison on the knight, and we do this to cleanse the poison coming at the collector. That was a good first turn. I don't mind using the wands. This fight's almost over. So I really do not mind using a single-use item just to stop some poison. Okay, so we've got this, and the fight's over, actually. because this imp dies to 3 damage, and then we drop, and that one-shots the zombie. Wow, that was solid. All right, so we've got a leader, and we've got a warlock. And I don't know how to make this judgment call. So the warlock, not my favorite. This can be good against bosses and whatnot, but I like the evoker a lot, and I don't really care about the yellow character. We'll take the leader. The buff thing here is actually kind of nice. So I will go back to having the knight be the parry bot, and then this is a little bit underwhelming. It really is best on the knight to replace 2 blanks, but I don't want this to be the parry bot because then I lose that. I could say maybe these aren't that good. I could do a weird thing. I could like do this and have my Fae be the parry bot. And then I get to keep this, and I still have this, and this is really good with the spread on the ranger. We'll try that. That could just be a horrible mistake, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we go for it. So a spread plus a buff will trigger the invincibility HP of both ghosts. In fact, there that is. This will not save the Fae, though. Crap. Well, no, I've got the mana to spare. Yeah, we'll do it. So there's a few different things I could actually do here. I could, of course, do this, which I was originally thinking, and trigger both Ghost and Invulnerability HP. However, there is another line, which is to buff this and cancel the summons, so there's no more bones coming. And then I can also just do that to save the Fae that way. And then I could, this kind of sucks, but I could do this. And then I could drop to almost kill that one and then burst to trigger the... I like this turn. I'm going to do this turn. No one died. 2 characters got very badly damaged, but now both ghosts are on death's door. And, okay, the Baron is killing the Fae, which is a little tricky, but it's fine. All right, so the Fae I can hard roll, because I can go for growth or that. Or parry. I'm fine with any of those. How am I fine with this? Is this good? Well, this... I think I'm fine with it. Do I want that? I think I'm fine with it. Okay, let's try this out. So this might not be what I keep, but the idea here is I can do that, and then let's get some mana, and then we do this. This is stasis, so it doesn't change. And then we just parry. It seems fine. Now the main issue is that yellow, gray, and red become exerted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my mana, and the idea is that I could parry to avoid the exertion. Or I could parry and then heat to cleanse the exertion. Okay. Well, he's summoning. So I really would like to cleanse the exertion. Okay, let's just take a quick look at what's happening here. So if I do, no, I need to, okay, I'm gonna roll for the dagger. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll for the dagger and see if I get it. I actually got it. Okay, so now I actually think. So this, in addition to buffing, also gives shield. So you're exerted. Okay. But I can't bring you back. Okay, that's fine. But what I can do is I can heat to make you not be exerted. So what I actually should do is this. Then have the knight parry himself. Note that I couldn't... Oh, I could actually have parried. Hold up. Wait a minute. This is not an attack. So if I parry, it uses the knight. I could parry you. Oh, but then if I heat, you don't have the shield yet. Okay. So the knight is going to parry himself. And the reason for that is because the heat also does a heal as well as a cleanse. So by parrying himself, he gets a heal 3. This is cleansed. I hit you, you don't summon anything. Yes, that's good. I like this. Maybe there was some weird way to save the leader from being exerted, but that's fine. Okay, so now I think this is fine and this is fine, and we can again do a heat to prevent exertion. Like this. So you guys don't become exerted, and then we can drop. Oh, maybe there was a way to chain kill the Baron with drops. instead of like doing the heat and stuff, but it's fine. We'll just kill him this turn if that's the case. Okay. So can I just kill you now by drop chaining? Yes, very much so. Very much indeed. Okay. We've got self-shield 2 at the start of the turn. That is good. You have 2 steel sides, so that would make those shields more effective. So that is a possibility. +1 to the left side's also fun. This is good. It makes you do 6 damage. I'll go for this. I prefer things that have wider reaching impacts. This is a not significant item. And actually it makes sense to give the extra HP to the person who screws me over if he dies. And I guess I'm fine with the Fae being a parry bot. So now we're gonna be fishing for, oh, I didn't take the +1. Okay, so we're gonna be fishing for 3 damage, fine. We're gonna be fishing for your engaged side. Although, do I risk rolling a blank? 1 damage to each of them is like kind of a who cares sort of situation. Okay, so you get your growth. I guess we'll do this, and I guess we're gonna go after the demon. I will keep the spiker undamaged so that if I do roll the ranger's engaged side later, I can still use it on the spiker. And I think the demon is the bigger priority because the demon has summons. The ranger is getting punched. Okay, well this is good. That is good. We'll still roll for your engaged side. Don't want to keep this. No, I actually kind of want to roll for your shield. But you, I actually, no, getting the buff would be helpful there because that would heal. We got the engaged side. There's no risk because you have no misses, and okay, we got pretty lucky. You can do that, and then really punch the spiker, but the question is, can I save everybody? The answer is yes. So I could do a drop, then kill the demon with the sword. Remember, the last HP of the demon requires a die to kill, and then we get to save the ranger. I think I got a little bit lucky there with the growth happening both of the first 2 turns of the fight. I think I would have been fine without that as well, but you never know. And so now we are going to whackety-whack the spiker. Okay, this is no decision here. You must take the Forsaken or else you're a crazy person because we have the Glyph of Purity. So now we have a heal all 2, cleanse all 2. It's just too good not to take. This is actually good against Texia, but now someone else has to be the Backstab bot. Could be the Evoker, but that gives up a big source of mana. So I think we're gonna go back to having the Knight do it. And I think I could put the short sword on here, but I really do value this mana because I took a red hero without any mana. So yeah, I think we'll just let it be the way it is. I don't think I actually want growth happening here on this because that just means more pain. I could do some weird thing where I take this wand off and put like the sword here and grow it. It's fine. Okay, off we go. So we're gonna be hard rolling for the Forsaken's cleanse a lot, although not in this case, I suppose. Okay, so this could be good. I'll take a little bit of a risk with that because if I don't roll something useful, I might really regret it. Okay, that's good. So this one-shots the Gnoll. And then we can also do 4 damage to the carrier. We want to kill the ogre last, of course, because the ogres have rage issues. And I think I'll just pass here. I could have dropped, but I don't want to drop on the ogre again until the carrier's dead and I'm ready to start killing the ogre. Everyone's a little beat up here. And the ranger is dying, but assuming we can kill the carrier, which is a pretty reasonable assumption. Got the best side. This is, how good is this? This is our, it's not that great. Okay, let me think about this now. So at this point, I'm 1 off from killing the carrier. I think I do want to just burst. And now we can just protect whoever has the least HP and do 4 damage here and do another drop. There's no rush on the drop and that would make everyone take an extra damage. So no, we'll just pass here. This is fine. We're doing okay considering this ogre's mostly dead. Well, mostly is a little bit of a generous word there. Not quite halfway, but this is fine. So we do this, now we can drop kill it, and I might as well try to get the engage side. I can actually use that mana for a drop. It's not ideal that it's self-damaging, but it's also okay. It's a little inefficient, I'm fine with it. So we're gonna drop kill that one. And then what? Do this or something to block that. You can heal up yourself. And I don't want to drop here because I don't have to, because I have an extra mana capacity from that random tier 1 item. And so now I can save up 4 mana and try to get a bigger drop. Oh boy, you are gonna get whomped, my friend. Hope you enjoy a one-way ticket to Wampendale. Okay, we got this. Repel to the 2 right sides. Okay, I don't think I am gonna be able to use this very effectively. It's actively bad on weapons. So it's this. So it would be Repel 2. It's not that amazing. +1 pip, but decay to all sides. So it's better the first time, but then the second time it's as good as it is normally, but then the third time it's where it starts to get worse. It's actually not as bad as it looks. So it would have some applications. Is we'll turn these into things that one-shot zombies, and this would become a 2 damage cleave. It's not bad. There are better items. The main issue is I think if I get a tier 6, it's probably gonna be worse than this mushroom for the ranger. But on the other hand, the ranger is a tier 2, so it's not my end game. So because of that, I am willing to gamble. We got a 6, +1 pip to the middle is definitely not as good, but you know, we'll do the best we can here. We are gonna take that, so at least we have a 2 damage cleave now that can happen. You can also consider putting it here to make that a 3 damage duplicate. Actually, it's interesting, but we'll keep it this way. So main goal here is to first kill the sniper. I would need to buff the ranger's attack to do that, or roll this. Great. Next goal is we need to kill the ghosts. I think the ghosts need to go before the Cyclops. Cyclops is pretty hard hitting, but I want to get the ghosts down and then do like the Cyclops in 2 stages. Do I want to roll for the knight? Actually, yeah, hard rolling for this is risky because you have a blank and this is better than a blank. So I'm gonna just do that. Best side here, Forsaken is just rolling garbage. Okay, there we go. All right, so we need to kill the sniper. That mostly saves the Forsaken. The issue now is if I drop, can I save everybody? And the answer is yes, very easily. So we'll just have the ghosts trigger their own, or trigger the ghost immunity HPs. Now I can hopefully finish the ghosts off, or leave the ghost alone and stun the Cyclops. We are pretty damaged in this middle area here, so it's kind of tricky. The Cyclops is killing 2 people here. Okay, let me do a quick check on this. If I do this, what's happening? This is great, actually. I can save the Forsaken. Okay, perfect. So I will just keep that. That's good. This is good. This is the best side, I think. It's better than a parry, so I might as well keep it. And then we're just going to try to get something useful with these characters. Yep, that's useful. That actually lets you save yourself. Okay, wow, that was about as good as that could have gone. So we do this to kill the ghosts. We don't quite stun the Cyclops, but I don't care that much either because we can definitely stun the Cyclops next time. And if the Cyclops is not killing anyone now, then you might as well stun him next time. And he's not even killing anyone now. Okay, this is good stuffins. So that's basically 2 damage. It's not actually as impressive as it looks. Well, 2 damage and a shield. It's fine. We'll stun the Cyclops, and I think this fight's pretty much over. He ran. Nice. Reroll leader. That's interesting. I could reroll the leader. I like this buff on the ranger, but the ranger is a tier 2 character, so I don't know. But then again, I could get something weird like the barbarian or something. Now, I'm happy with the leader. I don't want to chance it. And we can't get rid of the knight. I think we are going to go to the end game with the knight. It's just too good to not have to worry about the backstabs. So it's the wizard, or I stay with the evoker. I don't want to go random because that could replace the knight. I think the wizard is better than the evoker. So we'll take the wizard. And now we got to think about what items to put on him. So that growth is good. We can do this to turn them into assassinations. And that's actually tempting here because it's good for the slate and the archer. I'm going to do that. I'm missing out on some mana, but I think that's fine. And there's a case to be made for this, because the range is actually not that significant. It's only really significant for the archer. And then it gets rid of a blank, making it easier to hard roll for that, or to hard roll for these without worrying about getting a blank. Okay, I think I like this. We're gonna try to kill the archer first, then the slate, and then the troll king last, and just try to survive along the way there. All right, this is pretty good. So what I could do here is Well, this just kills the archer. I think that's an easy one. The question then is, can I kill the slate with Mr. Assassinato over here? Well, for that to happen, you need to roll damage, which is not guaranteed. But I will try it once. All right, you got damage. Oh, I should have kept the knight's thing. If he rolls a... This should have been a parry. I just rolled Backstab away instinctively. Oopsie. And now I get away with it. I get away with it, but if the Troll King had done a... Well, the Troll King doesn't have a big punch. Never mind. I guess I was going to get away with it no matter what. Okay. Well, now this is useless, but this does 4 damage. This saves you. I'm fine with it. And the knight, can you please get your backstab? Thank you. And now the wizard, I wish that was mana. Yes, that is the drawback of this plan, huh? So 4 damage, and then we're going to parry the Forsaken, and we're going to pass. So the main thing I'm watching for is the poison. So heat is actually nice because the knight has this item that self-shields, so the knight is always going to be able to be targeted with the cleanse. So the question is, yeah, this is actually pretty good. I'm going to keep this. This, maybe. Let me take a quick look here. So what I'm thinking about is I add a shield here. I copy this shield. I add a shield there. I now heat, cleanse the poison away. Can I do this? I can. Alrighty then. We're going to do 2 damage here. And is there anything good to inspire? Well, there's not. So the Troll King is going to regenerate 2, but I did gain mana and prevent him from gaining damage. So now that he's not doing the poison and is doing a comparatively less scary thing, we can just punch him a bunch this turn. I think it's actually fine, and that's fine too. So the idea is the Forsaken actually saves themselves, and then you can do your thing to make everybody hit him a bunch. Not this though, because that is stasis, but that's fine, because we can do that. And then I can't quite kill you with bursts, so I'm not gonna spend the mana. Hoping that we can do 8 damage this turn to finish off this fight. Honestly, it took a little while, but it was pretty safe. Oh, we got this thing. Oh my God, should I even bother with this? Okay, so now you do that and blam! I mean, it was probably not necessary, but it sure was fun. Okay, we got Fairy Dust. I do love this item. Blanks turn into 3 mana. That is quite good. The question is who's got blanks? And the answer is I've actually not got that many blanks. I've only pretty much got the knight with 1 and the leader with 1. And the ranger with 1 if I take off the short sword. I managed to take a bunch of non-blanky characters. Then there's this, which is an extra reroll, but the left side becomes a dodge, and that's actually good. I don't really want this most of the time. I would need to put the heat on someone else. I've actually been enjoying that extra stored mana. You know what I hate? I hate this. It's wasting an item slot. Well, this is, I don't need this right now. Okay, so I could like do that. And I could do this. And then that would make this previously kind of unusable side into a dodge, and I get an extra reroll every turn. You know what, I think I'm actually gonna do that. I could take a random tier 8, and 8s are good, but I kind of like this because that makes it a lot easier to get this thing and this thing to combo with it. And I think that's pretty strong. Yeah, I don't want the assassination thing because these are all pretty high HP targets. I'd rather poke them with a stick and get a mana. Okay, so we've got problems. This fixes them for the most part. The ranger is still dying, but we can parry the ranger. I'll keep this growth. Actually, do I want to or just do I want to hard roll for the shield? I might as well hard roll for the shield. Now, do I want this? Let's think about that. I could do 2 things with it, fine. And we're gonna try to get your buffer, because then that would do more damage, and then this would repeat and do more damage. Didn't happen, but that's fine. Oh, there's 2 people dying. Oopsie! Well, okay, I think we're still gonna go for it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna damage one of these fanatics to a really low point, and then do it again to the other one that's hurt. And then we can burst to save one and parry to save the other. And folks, I am not, I repeat, not proud of this move. It's ugly, but you know, sometimes you do what you gotta do. So now the ranger hopefully gets a spray and can kill both of these off. Didn't happen yet. I'm just gonna keep this because I really do want the parry. This could be good. And we're still trying to get the wand. I don't think it matters that much at this point. This stops the poison and mostly saves the ranger. So, yep. Got the wand, okay. Well, let's see. Right now I'm spraying here, which doesn't even really do that much. But, you know, for the principle of the thing, blap. And now I can go blap. And then we do that to cleanse the poison, and we parry to stop some damage. That's stopping more damage. The ranger has less HP. So yes, Glyph of Purity, you know, it's a strong one. Tier 5. I cannot believe this is a tier 5. It just has such ridiculous synergies. So now we can cancel the weakening effect. Yes, I will indeed do that. That's a big shield. That's just 2 damage. I'm kind of lazy. This is, I think, pretty much over at this point. So what we can do is just kill you. Oh, right. We should just be killing. Because it doesn't matter that the stuff's turning to stone when he's dead. All right, we've got Ludus. Definitely not. I would keep the Ranger over this Ludus, because with all this buffing I have, it makes a lot more sense to keep the spray. And I don't want the Prince. You know, we'll just skip it. I'm not saying I want to go to the end with the Ranger, but I will go to the end with the Knight, and I don't want to take the Ludus over the Ranger. I literally think the Ludus is worse. It has the same HP and doesn't have ranged or cleave, and I might still get a better Ranger option next time. All right, so main thing here is kill the sniper and then of course protect the ranger. This doesn't do much at the moment. This, I do want to hit the sniper, but that would require me to get that specific item. But I do have extra rerolls, but then again, so does the ranger. If the ranger got that, and then we got just the wand, that would kill the sniper as well. And of course, we can also still roll the engage side. So yeah, I think it's worth rolling, and I will roll the wizard to try to get the wand. Okay. This is not going well. Well, do I keep this because it's better than getting a blank? Yes. Do I keep this mana? I don't think so. Well, what do I want? I want to hit the claw. I want a sword. I want to get a sword. This is good. This kills the sniper, so I don't need this anymore. But then again, this could one-shot the claw instead of the sniper. And then I would just need a parry to save the ranger. That's fine. Okay, we actually found the sword. So yes, we'll do this to one-shot the Caw. Then we can, oh, we don't need to save the ranger. The ranger's already saved. Oh, I did not realize that. I thought the ranger needed saving. Oopsie. Okay, well, we'll put a shield there and put a shield there. God, parry's so good with heat because it makes it easy to toss around. And the fact that I also got this, I didn't realize at the time how good this was. This is actually really good because there's one character who can always be heat cleansed. And then the knight with the parry can toss around shields very easily. So it's really easy for me to like heat cleanse 2 characters every time, basically. Don't need that, though. I just kind of want your sword. I just really want your sword. I would just love your... Did you guys roll the same thing every damn time? Okay, so we'll do this and this at least. That's nice. It kills the sniper. And then we can just put some shields around, I guess. Don't think I need to burst or anything. I mean, yeah, this is over. What are we on? Is this 18? I was hoping it was 19, but it is alas only 18, so I do need to work a little bit more to finish this. Whackety, clackety, dickety-doo. All right, please don't be a hard 19. We got 2 shades and 2 D. I guess it could be worse. I guess it could be worse. What do we got here? The egg basket. Okay, I actually do need to consider this egg basket because I do have the bowl, so I could revert the changes to the middle. The question is, what would benefit from a +6? Oh God, it's the wand! Oh my Jeeper Creeper Christ. So what we do is we put the egg basket on the wizard. We turn this into a shield 7, perma boost 7. And this all becomes blank, but then I put the bowl on and I get these back. So I'm missing my swords still. But I got my shields, which is good for activating heat, and I got my cantrip mana. Okay, let's look at the other option. Just +2 to the top and bottom. Obviously the safer option there. +2 top and bottom. Very solid item. We could make that be 4 heal all, cleanse all. We could make these be 3 damage, range, cleave. That's probably the correct choice, but we're doing this today. And if I ruin my backstab run because of it, fine. So be it. We'll all know why I lost. But, oh, you know what would have been amazing, actually? The fairy dust. Oh, man. If I had taken the thing that makes blanks be 3 mana, that would have been incredible here. Alas, we have a lesser version of that. Now, I do need to put the heat back on. I still think heat is really good. The question is, who can afford to wear it? The ranger, Yeah, we'll let the Ranger have a blank, but I do want the heat spell. I could take this off that. I could also take this off, which is not that big of a deal. Now that I'm not saving up for chain drops, it's actually not that big of a deal to have this. Yeah, I think we'll do this, and I think I will keep you free of blanks. I really don't want the Ranger having blanks, because I like to hard roll for this, and now for this also. All right, well, the Wizard's going to be hard rolling for the wand, and because of these boots, I do have an extra roll, so I am more likely to get the wand, though, of course, if I don't get the wand in either one of these fights, then I'm going to feel really stupid about my life choices. Okay, I'm looking now for a buff to one-shot a Shade. This is just good and... Oh, no, I want to roll you to try to increase your odds of getting a buff. We're going to keep this, though, to make sure we can save the Ranger. 3 damage. Yeah, you're fine. I'm okay with you taking damage. I just want you to roll your buff, and I want you to roll your wand. You guys. Okay, so we're gonna hit the Shade, because we do need to get the Shades down. It is unfortunate that the demons are both summoning an imp, and because of my unorthodox item selections, I could now be in a lot of trouble. We have 2 demons and 2 imps attacking, and this could be some pretty serious ass business. So you're summoning another imp, you're doing 2 damage to everyone, and the imp is suiciding on the Forsaken. Oh, you're dying because of the Shade. Okay. So I think we're gonna keep this, and we're gonna go for the wand on the Wizard. This I think is good. I don't think the heal matters. I could roll for the dodge. I think it's fine. And I'm going to roll for your buff as well. We're going to keep that for a guaranteed shield. And we're going to go for the wand, and we're going to go for the buff on the leader. Nope. And nope. But it's good that we got a lot of cantrip mana, so I don't hate it. Okay. So I think to save the Ranger, it does make sense to do something like this to kill that Shade, and then this to kill that one. And so now I can bind just to completely stop the Forsaken from taking damage. We can do this. Oh, wait a minute. No, hold on a minute. I think that's silly. This is doing all the damage, right? So we're just going to parry to save the Ranger. I could still bind, but I think what I would rather do here is just burst kill this imp. So now it's just the Ranger who's a bit beat up, and it's just 2 demons and an imp. It's better than 2 demons, 2 imps, and 2 Shades, which is what we had last time. So I'm gonna say that I'm making progress. All right, this is actually good now because I do need healing, and it stops the pain. So I'm happy with that. This is my best side. I still think I want to try to find the wand. Yep, we're gonna go for the wand. There's a buff. If the Ranger could get the spray, that'd be great. Well, the Ranger did get the spray. And we're gonna go for the wand. We're just gonna get all the ones where we don't get the wand out of the way so that we can definitely get the wand in the final battle. Is that right, team? Is that right? Wizard, don't roll the wand, okay? Don't roll it. We're gonna roll maximum number of times every single time, and you never roll the wand, buddy. Never do it. No matter how much money somebody offers you, you do not roll that wand. Don't you dare. This will cancel the pains and the poison. I mean, that's just so overpowered. It's ridiculous. Don't roll the wand. Thank you, and don't roll the wand. Don't roll it, thank you very much. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. That kills the imp. God, this is so strong with the 2 base from the wrench, and then another 2 is really, really good. And then we're gonna parry whatever, who cares? And I could burst one, but it doesn't actually matter, so we're gonna pass. I would have actually done Inspire if I had Inspire mana, because then that would have done another 4 damage cleave, which would have killed them both. But this is fine. I think this is well in hand here. We do blah, and then blah. No, we have to burst first, and then blah. Okay, who is it here? It's the dragon again. Well, I'm not gonna complain about that, and we have a chance at the Dancer. So how good is the Dancer against the dragon versus the Ranger? I think the answer is pretty good because of this reroll, which makes it more likely I roll the wand. But who am I gonna target with the wand? This is a damage all, but it causes pain. So it would really just make these be cantrips. And this would give me a bunch, you know what, I'm gonna do it. It's just stupid, it's stupid. Don't do this at home, kids, don't do this. You're throwing your life away. But if I get the wand, then anytime I roll this, I get a huge amount of rerolls. And then anytime I roll this, I do 8 cantrip damage. So yeah. Now, I think that's the best I've got. 1 empty HP and 1 max mana, because that doesn't do anything, and that doesn't, I mean, I don't really want to do that. Oh, there's this, hold up, this thing. I could do this. I could make it potion, and then just thrown away after the first time it's used. It's fun to use a potion, but how much do I care about these consolation prizes over here? A little cantrip mana, yeah, that is good. I should probably not be a complete moron. If I get +7, I probably win no matter what. So yeah, we're gonna roll for the wand, which we have not rolled yet. But we're gonna really try to get this wand and then put it on the dancer and then have the dancer cantrip their way to victory. That's our needlessly complicated strategy for the dragon fight. Now, one of the problems is that the archer is now very hard to hit because I lost my ranger. So, you know, it's the price we pay for the insolence of what we are doing. I definitely want to keep this parry. And what am I fishing for with you? I'm fishing for rerolls with the dancer, so I get more rolls to try to find the wand with the wizard. That's what we're doing here. This doesn't do anything at the moment. We did get some rerolls, which is good. More rerolls is good. Do I want this? I actually want this because I can take 3 damage on the Forsaken and bind the wizard to save him in case I need to, and then the knight can parry to save himself. So I think that's actually good. Now I could do this. The problem is that I'm not getting any more rerolls that way. So I think I will just... Okay, so now is an interesting one because now I can actually kill the archer with it. I think that actually is worth it, even though it means not getting more rerolls. Because I do want to kill the... Oh my god, there it is. Okay, so if I do this, the dancer just kills himself. Oh no, because of the shield. Holy crap, that's amazing. Okay, so we're gonna do that as well. So 10 damage to everything. Blah. And then 10 damage to everything again. No, then you die. We don't want to do that. But what we do want to do is parry and parry. Nope, doesn't do anything. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna parry here because that is the damage, and then we can do this, and then we bind to save the wizard, and that doesn't do anything, the parry, but I'm just gonna use the parry to not have to backstab somebody. Chomp, immune. Everyone's dead, everyone's at full health. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we have a multi-tiered plan here. One is we keep clicking the reroll button until the dancer kills the dragon with cantrips. And the other plan, which I don't think is actually gonna be necessary, is we're gonna use the knight to apply shields, and we're gonna be using the wizard and the Forsaken to try to collect mana to heat to stop the poison. That's the plan. The leader of anything that needs to do. Well, he can get this, which is a shield, which helps for the heat. And he can also get the reuse in case the Forsaken or the wizard do get a mana. Okay, so we've got a plan. This is good. This is actually also really good because it cancels most of the poison. We have a lot of rerolls here. So we're just gonna keep clicking that reroll button. I think we managed to get a bunch of these rerolls, and I think that all the planning I was doing for how to end this fight is kind of irrelevant because it seems very likely that we're gonna get enough cantrips that do whatever, 8 damage apiece to kill the dragon with before our rerolls are out, especially because anytime we get the 1 in 6 odds of hitting a reroll, we get 9 more rerolls. 1 plus the wrench makes 2, plus the 7 shield makes 8. Okay, we're gonna stop here and kill the dragon at almost full HP. Could have been full HP if I'd used the heal. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. That was a fun one. I'll see you again soon. Take care.